Okay, let's talk about those moments in sales that can really make or break a deal. You know the ones, objection handling and negotiation. They are super high stakes, the pressure is on, and honestly, your success often boils down to one simple thing: how well you've prepared. So what if you could basically supercharge your preparation? We're going to dive into how AI can become your strategic secret weapon for these absolutely critical conversations.
And just so you know, the framework we're about to walk through comes straight from Chapter 9 of the Generative AI for Sales Professionals tutorial, which is provided by Virtualization Options LLC. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to frame AI as your own personal sparring partner. Then, we'll get practical and build a response framework for pretty much any objection that gets thrown your way. We'll even do a deep dive on that classic pricing objection. From there, we'll level up to developing a full negotiation strategy, and we'll wrap it all up with how you can actually practice this stuff using AI-powered roleplay. All right, first things first, we really need to get our mindset right. This is not about having some AI bot feeding you lines during a live call. No way. It's about looking at it as something way more powerful, especially for those tough make-or-break moments.
I mean, think about it for a second. We've all been there, right? That moment where a deal is just hanging in the balance, and it all depends on how you handle one tough question or a really hard-nosed negotiation. How do you actually get ready for that?
So the key distinction here, and this is really important, is that we're talking about AI-assisted preparation. This isn't an AI whispering in your ear while you're on a call. It's all about the strategic, focused work you put in before you ever get on that call or walk into that meeting.
Here's the best way to think about it. Your AI is your personal sparring partner. It's there in the gym with you, helping you train, letting you test out your responses, and building up your confidence. That way, when you step into the ring for the real conversation, you are ready for literally anything.
So how do we take that sparring partner idea and turn it into something we can use every single day? Well, we build a practical, step-by-step framework so you can break down any objection that comes your way.
This framework is this really powerful, systematic loop. You start by using AI to help you categorize all the common objections you hear. You know, price, timing, competitors, the usual suspects. Then, for each of those, you develop a bunch of different response strategies. From there, you turn those into practice scenarios. And finally, you refine your whole approach based on what's working. It's a complete cycle of just getting better and better.
Now let's put this framework to the ultimate test. We're going to tackle the one objection that every single sales pro has faced, and maybe even dreads a little bit, the pricing objection.
You've heard this 1,000 times, right? Your heart might even skip a beat. But listen, this isn't a dead end. It's actually an invitation to have a much deeper conversation about value.
And this is exactly where all that AI preparation pays off. Instead of just having one canned response, you now have a full playbook at your fingertips. You can pivot the conversation to ROI. You can shift it to total cost of ownership. You can frame your price as a way to reduce their risk. You can even acknowledge their concern but offer flexible payment options. Suddenly, you've got 5 powerful strategies instead of just one knee-jerk reaction.
Okay, handling objections is absolutely crucial. But the true masters of this craft, they take it to another level. They move from just reacting to objections to proactively shaping the entire negotiation. You know, we often get trapped into thinking that a negotiation is just a battle over one number on a piece of paper. But the best negotiators, they know a little secret. It's not about winning, it's about creating, it's about making the pie bigger before you decide how to slice it up. The real goal is to find a solution where both you and your customer feel like you've won something important. So how do you create that value? Well, you start by realizing that price is just one of many different levers you can pull. In fact, once you stop focusing only on price, you unlock a surprising number of other valuable things you can bring to the table. At least 10 of them, in fact. I mean, just look at this toolkit. Instead of just giving a discount, could you offer better service levels or more flexible payment terms? What about including an extra training package or even a success guarantee? Maybe there's a partnership opportunity. Your AI sparring partner can help you brainstorm this entire list, which gives you incredible flexibility and creativity when you sit down at the negotiation table. So, we've got the framework, we've got the negotiation strategies. But theory is pretty much useless without practice, right? This is where we bring it all together and build that real-world confidence that only comes from getting your reps in. And check out how simple it is to get started. You just give the AI a persona and a scenario. And notice, you're not feeding it any sensitive customer data here. You're just setting up a realistic practice drill. In this case, you're getting ready to face a tough CFO.
And now, you just practice your response. You can try out different angles, different ways of phrasing things. Here, you're acknowledging their concern and immediately pivoting to a solution that directly addresses it.
And here's where the magic really happens. The AI can give you instant feedback. It might say, hey, that was a really strong acknowledgement, but you can make it even better with a specific data point. It might even suggest a totally different angle you hadn't even thought of. This is how you sharpen your skills, over and over, in a totally safe environment.
So look, if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. The goal of using AI isn't to replace your skill, it's to amplify it. It empowers your preparation so you can walk into every single tough conversation feeling confident, feeling strategic, and feeling totally in control.
The tools are here, the method is clear. Your AI sparring partner is waiting for you. So the only question left is, what's the first objection you're going to practice?